Hello and welcome, the Innate Gamer here, and this is a tips and tricks, how to make coins, how to be good at trading video. It's a mashup of everything. I'm going to talk to you about a few methods you can use, what you should look for, players to trade with, how you can win them more easily, just everything. And I hope this will be a really good video because, you can learn a lot. So the first thing you want to know is the difference in the first thing I'm going to talk about is the difference in trading between silvers, golds and bronzes. Trading in bronzes is a very slow market and I wouldn't recommend it as much, like as a constant thing, but every so often go have a look because you can usually pick up a few really nice deals, but it's a lot rarer. So don't, spend all your time doing bronzes because they sell a lot slower. But, silvers, it's bigger profit per card usually, but you win less and they sell slower. So that's actually better to make. Whereas golds, you usually get less profit. If you're doing, say, a buy low sell high method, you can make 500 coins per card, but you can be turning over lots and lots and lots per hour. Or you can be doing silver players, you can win maybe 10 cards, but you're making 2k on all of them. It's just that choice you want to make. It's completely up to you. I mix it up. I'd recommend you mix it up as well. So maybe, if you've got the coins, be bidding on a few silver players. While you wait, go bid on a few gold players. And just keep doing it that way. Another method you can use is, of course, inform trading. So look for informs and try get them cheap and sell. And they don't sell as fast as normal gold cards, but you can get more profit on them. And that's another decision you have to make. So I'm just going to talk to you. Another point is how to gain lots of coins. How to gain coins by choosing good players to trade with. Because if you want to gain lots of coins, you need to trade with good players. And the most important thing to look for when trading is pace. Pace and position. And league. I just keep adding things. So pace, position and league. Because FIFA 13 is all about, all about pace. The quicker a player, usually the better they are. Centre backs are a very important one when it has to do with pace, because people are always looking for 70 plus pace centre backs. And position, 80 pace left mid is not going to be as valuable as an 80 pace centre mid. So just keep that in mind. Very important to do. So I'll show you what I mean. So we'll show you BPL. I'll do, because I know him, we'll do Spurs. So this guy I'm showing you, really good to trade with. I've done quite a few videos on him, but Yunus Kabul, with 77 pace, 80 defending and 83 heading, he's a really effective player. 77 pace, people are going to be buying him all the time because he's one of the first people that if you're building a relatively cheap BPL team, you will look for him. So, and if there's hundreds of thousands of people playing Ultimate Team, they'll be looking at Kabul. So if yours is the lowest by now, they will buy it. So he'll sell really quickly. Whereas I'll use Gallas, slower. You may win more, but he's not going to sell as quickly. So, there's no point. Whereas if you can win, say you can win 20 of him in an hour, but you're making 500 to 1,000 coins on each of them, that's quite a lot of profit. You win 40 of these, but you're making 200 coins, there's not much point. They're not going to sell, because you will not be able to sell all of those in an hour, whereas I guarantee if you're doing a fast centre-back in a good league, such as the Premier League, Liga BBVA, League 1 to an extent, Serie A to an extent, they'll be selling within 1 to 2 minutes sometimes. It's that quick. They will sell within the hour usually, unless you're very, very unlucky. And, that's just why it's a really, really good method. Just do that. But that then does lend itself to another trading method, which is slower players who still go for a bit, a fair bit, so usually in forms this applies to, you can pick them up a lot easier because, say a Tony Kroos in form, you could pick him up for 5-10k profit really easily because less people wanted to trade with him because he was so slow, because they were nervous that, he wouldn't sell, but he would because he had a fantastic shot. So people were buying him, but nobody was trading with him. So, there was profit to be there. And that was taught to me, that little method, by If Zidane Played FIFA. Search him into YouTube, you'll find him. Really good guy, good mate of mine, good YouTuber as well, does squad builders, things like that. So what other methods can I show you or talk to you about? Because I can't show you right now because it's 12 o'clock. But at night and daytime, prices differ. During the day, do a lot more buy nows. There'll be better buy nows, there'll be lower prices for buy nows. So if you're going to be buying a squad, buy it in the day. But if you're doing buy low, sell high, do that in the day, because there's a lot more cards out. So there'll be more to bid on. Whereas at night, it's a lot more difficult to do buy low, sell high methods, because, you know, there's less cards and so you win less. But in the day, just remember this, price is cheaper in the day. Nighttime, if you've got a few silver cards, you know, or a few informs, you can list them for a lot higher at night time, because there's less cards on the market, but there's still a really strong demand for players. So people will be buying them. So people will, if there's, say, normally in the day there's 10 up, no, let's say 10 up for 10k, but at night time there's only 3 up for 15k, and you list yours up for 13, they're going to be buying yours, and you've made an extra 3k. You know what I mean? That's just a little thing you have to apply to your trading. Also, you need to take into account real world things, such as, you know, good performances. If a player has just scored a hat-trick in a game, his price will go up. So do not buy him then, because, you know, his price will only go down. But if somebody's, you know, scored a hat-trick, also, if you have one of their informs, if somebody scores a hat-trick or has a really good game, get rid of them. Because if a second inform or a third inform comes out, you're going to be in trouble. And that's happened with a lot of second informs, so just keep that in mind. Also, the influence of YouTubers, you know, if they're doing a series on someone and they think they're saying how good this guy is, their price will rise because people will want to try them out. That's just another little method. You know, you can do price fixing. I'm going through Holibas. I picked him up for, I don't know, 600 coins or something. Sold for 1400. So this is a silver method. I was just looking at silvers, you know, and him, I could see his lowest buy now in a 442 was 2,500, and I picked up these 3 for under £1,000 on open bid. This guy, he's being price fixed to about 7.5k, so I bought him and I'm selling for 6. And these guys, you know, they should sell for that. And I picked this guy up a week ago and he still hasn't sold. So that's another choice you have to make when you're trading. Do you want to invest a lot in players? Some people, they don't like investing in expensive players, because if you lose, you usually lose big. But if you make profit, you make big profit. That's the sort of choices you have to make as well. I talk a lot about choices, because that's what trading is. It's choices. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? How do you want to trade? How quickly do you want to sell your players? Do you want more or less profit per card? You need to make these choices in your head when you start a trading session. And that's just really, I can't stress that point enough. So some people, they think that I paid about 17k for this guy, silver, and I thought I could sell him for about 20. I can't. So I've invested a lot of coins there, but he's not selling, so I could lose. So I've maybe made a bad choice. Whereas these, I've spent under a k on all of these, I think, except these. I've spent about 2k on him and maybe 2.5k on him. But you know what I mean? It's not a big amount of coins. And so if I lose, I won't lose huge amounts. And that's just really, that's a big strong point with, you know, trading lower cards. But I'll make less profit per card, so it evens up. And also, another point that I cannot stress enough to you, know the market. If you're going to trade with a player, know his price in like almost every formation, in the popular formations at least, so the 4-backs. Always think, okay, I'm going to trade with Holibas, okay, just because he's up. 4-1-2-1-2 sells 2.5k, so I can pick him up for 1.5k in 4-1-2-1-2. Brilliant. Whereas in a rubbish formation, he might only be worth 900 coins, so I'm only going to pay 450 maximum for him. And then there's the middle ones, such as 4-2-3-1, you know, 4-2-3-1 I've said already, 4-4-1, you know, maybe he only goes for 1,500, you're going to pay £1,000 for him. Now these prices change, so don't use those actual prices when you're trading with this guy. Just have a look yourself. It's really easy. Just look lowest buy now in the, say, a 4-1-2-1-2. I'll give you an example here. So Holibas. I'll do a better player. We'll do David Luiz because I know his price is really different depending on formation. So centre back at Brazil. Brazil. Say 4-1-2-1-2. So his lowest buy now. Sorry, I said Luiz. It's Luis, isn't it? I have a few friends at school who get really annoyed at that. So what have we got? So 6'3" is a bit high. 6'2". I'm going far too positive. So 5'5", 5'8". 5'8", there is 1. So 5,800 is 4-1-2-1-2 price. I look in a 3-4-3. There'll be some for under 3k. See, there's loads. He's about 2k in that formation. So depending on the formation, there's a price difference of about 3k. You know, and that just shows how formation of a player can really affect their price. So just always check that. Know your market. And, you know, if you don't know your market, you can make mistakes and you can lose coins. And you never want to lose coins. Because that's the most annoying thing. Because that means you have to win an extra card to make it back. And, you know, that's just not good. So, I've been going for 11 minutes. What other tips can I give you? Because there's lots and lots of different tips, you know, I can give you. Tell me, but I've just given you the main ones in this episode. Tell me if you want more, not really trading, just specific tips and tricks. Do leave it in the comments, and if you do, that'd be really nice. Please do that, and I will, you know, if you've enjoyed this and you think you've learned something and you're going to become a better trader because of it, please do leave a like, you know, share it to your friends. Guys, this guy's a really good trader. Go check him out. He'll tell you how to gain coins. Subscribe if you want to see more trading, or like real life, like actual trading, and more tips and tricks videos on trading. Do subscribe, and I will see you all next time.